Full moon, March 18, 2022, in the sign of Libra. This year, March full moon on the 18th occurs before the spring equinox, March 20th, making it the Lenten moon, which means the moon occurring during Lent. The March full moon in Libra has many different names due to its signifying changing from winter to spring. This full moon is known as the Crow Moon or Magpie Moon. The Native American full moon names for March are largely based on these being considered the last full moons of winter. The crow caws its farewell to the season. In Native American medicine, the crow represents justice, shape-shifting, change, creativity, spiritual strength, energy, community sharing, and balance. As the temperature begins to warm and the ground begins to thaw, earthworms appear, marking the return of the robins. This is why this full moon is also known as the worm moon. Winter is retreating and springtime is on its way. It's time to set yourself free from the restraints of winter and swim to the moon. After a dismal 2 years, there are signs of hope and more of a feeling of security. This may not apply for everyone, but this is the energy that is coming from the moon. This moon is the time to organize everything chaotic and disorganized in your life. Try being more tolerant and accept imperfections of life. It is better to trust life and let it run its own course. Not everything must be according to our expectations. March full moon incorporates the significant lesson of not allowing the past to overshadow the present. It's important to remember that you are here and in the now. Do not let the past drag you down, and try not to worry about the future. What happens most is now. Since the beginning of the year, I keep getting the message over and over that it's time to charge up the love and light within us. Each one of us possesses God's divine love and light. Sending this out to the world is probably the most important thing you can do with the March full moon. The divine forces that encourage and guide us will be working with us in this movement of love and light. Regardless of prior mistakes, mishaps, or faltering, this full moon offers encouragement and support. Our lesson becomes the correlation of strength with focus and drive. While interruptions and disturbances may indeed be let loose around us, we must march on. Our message is not only steeped in the continuation of the journey, but more importantly in our ability to choose to continue in spite of distraction, rather than attempting denial or attempts to appear blind. So regardless of the chaos or even allure of what may be occurring on the sidelines, we persevere in love and light because that is the choice rather than the coincidence. The potential blocks, obstacles, or warnings are directed at those that lose step or fall back due to curiosity, kind of like Lot's wife in the Bible. The level of disturbance surrounding us or the inability to just let go of what was will be a block. This is the now, and it must take precedence over what was, and even to an extent what is to be. For if we remain in the universal energy of the March full moon, our journey has already set the compass towards our personal spiritual growth and success. Love and relationships. March is a glorious time for romantic love, as the divine love and light is flowing to us from the spirit world in a powerful way. As we seem to march along in unison with our spiritual core and the higher energies and influences, the key for romance lies within those that are also walking or moving to their personal goals and commitments. For some of us, past relationship and even those that existed in what is now may reappear, and the temptation is strong. While there are of course exceptions to every rule, In general, stopping to turn back only wastes time and resources. Do not waste your valuable time on looking backwards. You are only moving forwards. The potential for love is much stronger in action and moving towards the outcome and goal. It's time to step out by faith and do things that you've been afraid of. Personal interaction with people is critical this month. Remember, the power of love is so strong, and it's time to use that power by connecting one-on-one with people. There are great social opportunities for all, again, if we stay close to our purpose and the goal of the now, the present, and remain influenced by the intention to proceed. Spring is the best time to clean out your life. Start with cleansing your spirit. Clean out closets and drawers. Clean off the clutter around your sleeping area. Clean out old papers and receipts. You can take your time and do this cleansing over the next few weeks. It will benefit you enormously on your spiritual path. The Wheel of the Year. This occurs on the spring equinox, March 20th, when day and night are equal. It's a time of balance where unnecessary things, thoughts, and habits are thrown away to make room for the new. The feel-good factor about this day, however, is that it is the first official astrological day of spring, and hence that high temperatures are not far off. It's important to remember that the dawning of spring has been observed for a long time in many cultures. Traditions vary widely from country to country. In this time of the year, everything is woken up from winter and is full of vitality. Springtime's a wonderful season to celebrate with much joy and shared feasts as families gather together, dancing and enjoying the gifts of the land, just as those in ancient times found a reason to give thanks for being here another day. Do something special to honor the fact that you are still here. Celebrations and rituals are important in our spiritual walk. Here's a lovely quotation from Chief Sitting Bull on spring. Behold, my friends, the spring is come. The earth has gladly received the embraces of the sun, and we shall soon see the results of their love. In conclusion, the March full moon brings a highly charged energy that brings powerful changes that enlighten even the most stoic of souls. As we march through March, our theme in part is to keep moving as we remind ourselves that we are being guided by love and light. Love removes doubt and fear, and once that is gone, we move forward in a positive way. We continue to be a part of the movement that brings us closer to our personal success, which also can bring many beautiful blessings. We don't need to sacrifice or deny that which can and will serve this greater good. If you'd like to know what is on your path and what directions you should be using for this month and throughout the year, check out my spiritual services and find what service would work for you. Call for clairvoyant comfort. It's better than chocolate. Thank you for listening. Full moon blessings. This is Cherokee Billie.